Hey guys, just another Miniterrain video here. I just got back from the hardware store and picked up some foam and some wood. I'm going to show you a video of how I'm going to build the 3x3 Malifaux terrain board and table for Josh and I to play on. Thanks. So I got a piece of 3x3 plywood here and some 1/2-inch foam that I'll be sticking on top. Hey, so I got everything cut. I used my square there. I got a few extra pieces. You never really want to throw out pieces about that big because they can be used for anything. And took 2 pieces, and I'm going to use some wood glue and glue it down and come back in a sec. So I got both sides glued down, and it was seam here, but I'll deal with that when I sand the board and flock it and everything. All you need to do now is just apply some pressure to the top. I happen to have another 3x3 board here that I'm going to do another board later to apply pressure to the top. But if you don't, you can spread books out over the whole thing, and that works for me in the past. The board is dry, and I'm just going to get my sand on there. Just some PVA and water, sand, and so after you've got your glue spread around, I recommend coming in with your brush, if I can get my brush here, and making sure that you stipple all of the glue so you don't get streaks and random lines when you place your sand down. So you want to go over your sand. I'm just using regular play sand. That's what it says on the bag. I just fill up these jars from a giant bag, and then it's easier to applicate. You just want to spread things around here. Making sure not to get too thick of a coat, and then I'll come in and make sure that all gets filled in pretty nicely. So as you can see, I got the entire board covered in sand, and you can see certain spots I came in and I picked out large rocks like that guy. The board is going to be modular and have hardboard things on it like those hills, and I can't have rocks making everything unbalanced. So I'm going to let it dry for the night. Got that fan on there, and come back in the morning and I'll paint it. Hey guys, so the board is set and dried for the night. I've got this plastic laid out on my bed, and I'm just going to take some burnt umber paint from the dollar store and give it an undercoat here. So as you can see, I've got the entire board base coated. I used a stippling technique again. As you can see, in some areas the large brush that I was using in stippling took up some of the sand, but that's okay. So when I come back and dry brush, it'll look nice, and that area might get covered in flock. So I'll come back when this is dry. I'm going to leave some fans on it for about an hour and come back and dry brush. So the board is dried, and I'm just going to come in with 2 light colors of brown and dry brush it up here. So I've taken my country maple lighter brown color, using that larger brush, taking some of the paint off, and I dry brush / overbrushed on here, and you can see the color gradient. And I just came in with my tan color, got some paint off again, and give it a final highlight. So now that I have overbrushed and dry brushed everything, I got my flocks out here, various flocks, a couple static grasses. I got my main base flocks in those 2 cups there, and I have a about 60-40 mix of PVA glue and water. I just used about half this bottle in there, and I'm just going to spread that on with the same paintbrush, and I'll show you how I flock my board. So once you've sufficiently put your water glue mix everywhere, you just want to come in and flock with your various colors. And as you can see, I left a few open patches, and I wanted the board to be mainly green, so you can choose what you want to have, more brown, more green, but that's why I based the whole board. So I've come in with my first layer of Woodland Scenics green grass flock, and then I'm going to follow it up with a nice earth tone flock and blend them in together. So I've come in with my earth tone color, and the final step is I'm going to come back with my mix of the remaining of the earth tone cup and the remaining of my green grass cup, and go over the entire thing, and it'll blend it together really nicely. So I've blended all the flocks together, and I'm happy with the overall look, so I'm just going to take a 50-50 mix of PVA and water again in my spray bottle and give it a quick mist. So I've come in with all my flocks here. As you can see, if I can get in close. There. Got some different gradations, lots of color variation. And the last thing I'm going to do is come in with my new spray bottle here and just make up a new mix of water glue mix and give it a thorough soak and let it dry for the night. So I got it all painted up here, just a little bit in the lip for when it sits in there. You can see the color, it's just a neutral beige gray color, beige gray. I'm gonna go back to my house and get a board, then we can inset it and play a game tonight. Board flocked and dropped into the black base. Board start to finish.